Ladies and mostly gentlemen, today we're going to talk about skyboxes. But before we get into any of that, I just want to thank the sponsor of this video, and that is my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/MrGM. If you want to check me out, streaming World of Warcraft every single day, twitch.tv/MrGM. Yep, skyboxes in World of Warcraft, and as we patiently wait for the Shadowlands Alpha to drop any day now, we're going to talk about skyboxes. And I got inspired to make this video by a tweet by Silverleaf, who basically went through and updated a lot of these skyboxes for different cities, and it looks absolutely amazing. He did a really good job with it, and yeah, so I thought, why the heck not? Why don't we take a look at what some of these cities would look like with the newer skyboxes? Now, you're probably wondering, what the heck is a skybox? So essentially a skybox in World of Warcraft is the sky. It's what you see over the horizon, it's what you see when you look up, it's clouds, it's moons, it's planets, it's everything, right? So depending on the zone. Some have really cool ones, some not so cool. But pretty much from Pandaria, we've had some pretty amazing looking skyboxes in the zones, and you really don't realize how much of a difference that makes to a zone. So what I've gone ahead and done is taken the older skyboxes from some of the cities and some of the zones in Kalimdor and the Eastern Kingdoms, which are some of the really outdated skyboxes, and swapped them with some of the newer skyboxes from zones like Borealis or Pandaria or whatever. But essentially this video is just going to be kind of a montage showing you the different skyboxes that I swapped over and how it looks and how much really it makes a difference to these zones. So yeah, we're going to show that off and I'll talk about it afterwards. So without further ado, guys, enjoy some updated skyboxes. Wasn't that nice? So let's talk about these specific swaps that I did, and yeah, just kind of take a look at some other swaps as well as we talk through the whole process. And yeah, so let's start with Stormwind. Stormwind looks pretty terrible by itself, like as it is right now. I really dislike it, and that is actually one that I've seen all over Reddit with updated skyboxes or whatever. The straight swap was essentially Borealis. Borealis obviously being on Azeroth, has a similar sky, pretty obvious swap, looks honestly absolutely awesome. There's a lot of clouds in the sky, but I really do think it looks great. Yeah, big fan of the Borealis skybox in Stormwind. Just such better quality clouds, you know, just higher fidelity, and it just makes the game look instantly 1,000 times better. So next up was Durotar and Orgrimmar. So Orgrimmar doesn't really have much of a sky. You kind of look up, but you don't really see it as much as like somewhere like Stormwind. But yeah, I swapped that with Freehold. I thought Freehold was a pretty interesting choice for this, mainly because the Freehold skybox is absolutely incredible, but it also kind of has that kind of tinge to it that Durotar does have on its regular skybox. I think it looks absolutely awesome. The only bad thing about the Freehold skybox specifically is that it doesn't have a day and night cycle. It just always has the day because it's an instant zone. So next up was Thunderbluff, a very awesome looking city in general. I thought a good fit for Thunderbluff was the Jade Forest. I think it came out quite nice. There was obviously some fog issues. It kind of looked a bit dimmer, I guess, like than the regular thing. So yeah, but I still think the clouds and stuff match quite nicely with kind of the theming of Thunderbluff, and I think it looks quite nice, especially considering that city is somewhere where you see the sky a hell of a lot, you know, especially when you're on the ground. After that, I kind of pondered my brain. I was like, what other zones would look really good with different skyboxes? And the one that came to mind was Tanaris. Tanaris being one of my favorite zones in Kalimdor, the vanilla version. The Cataclysm one's okay as well. But yeah, just an absolutely awesome zone, and swapping that skybox with the Vol'dun one worked perfectly. Honestly, some of these shots genuinely look like Vol'dun. Like it's really incredible how much of a difference just swapping that skybox out looks. Obviously Vol'dun being a very similar zone to Tanaris being a desert zone or whatever, so yeah, it was a perfect fit, really, it really was. But I guess just in general, like swapping the entire skybox for, say, Eastern Kingdoms for, you know, something like Borealis where it's essentially the same sky just with better clouds, really does make all the difference to the zones, and it's pretty easy to do, and it's something, in honestly my opinion, they should definitely do going into Shadowlands, especially considering they are revamping the level system. I think it'd be a perfect time to throw in those kind of newer skyboxes into the older zones. So something also that was kind of weird that someone reminded me of on stream was that they actually updated the Arathi Highlands skybox in the beta with a newer skybox, and it looked absolutely phenomenal, but then they reverted it. They kind of reverted it back to the really low-res kind of Eastern Kingdoms skybox, so I don't really know why they did that, but essentially, guys, TLDR, they should do it. They should update the skyboxes to the game. I think it makes such a world of difference, and it really does look absolutely amazing. So guys, that's pretty much it. Do let me know down below what your favorite skybox in World of Warcraft is, and also any other zones which you think would be a kind of perfect fit to swap the skyboxes over. But yeah, I tried my best. I hope you enjoyed it, guys. And before I go, I'd like to give a massive shout out to my amazing patrons, YouTube channel members, and Twitch subs. You guys are awesome. If you'd like to support the channel in any of those ways, links are down below. So leave a like on this video, guys, if you liked it, and subscribe if you haven't. I've also got a partner Discord channel with over 3,000 members, and I'm now streaming on twitch.tv/MrGM. As I said, Shadowlands Alpha hopefully on the horizon, and hopefully we're going to stream that a lot over on twitch.tv/MrGM. So with that, guys, I'll see you next time.